Hello, my precious wandering souls, and welcome back to Wright, AceAttorney, Justice for All. I think this is the last episode for this game, at least. We are trusting Miss Von Karma to come through and save us. Gumshoe was in a car accident. We have no idea about like what's Maya's situation right now. So, and everyone in the courtroom hates us. So, yippee! Things are going really bad. But we gotta press through. So let's continue. March 23rd, 2:35 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Okay. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Yeah. Yeah. I think last scene that we saw was Gumshoe's car accident, and we're kinda in a pickle right now. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? Because he's also trying to help me. That is nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Oh, it's not about Gumshoe? Oh god. Is this about the note? Oh no. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh yeah, because he was called. He was called. Like an urgent call, so what? It must be about the note. Oh god. What did you find out? Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the result of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. Wait, so who forged this thing? What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impacts herself. It is a fake. Order! Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impacts, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis, however. It appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. Oh. Huh. Mr. Corrida? Well. It looks like Miss Impacts never left a suicide note after all. Or she did, and it was destroyed. And then the Mr. Corrida was like, oh, I'll just write a bunch of bad things about Angard and not about me. I don't know. She never wrote anything about Angard. However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. Angard could not have known that, and so that fact remained unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. This theory that Angard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Back down, present evidence? The defense believed that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. Oh, right. I think I understand what he's getting at. The camera, right? If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Angar to not have known it was a fake. Is it the transmitter or the camera? I guess I show the camera?
Take that!
What is this little item called again? A camera, Your Honor. You should know what a camera is. A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right, a camera. Ah, you kids and you fancy toys nowadays. I'm pretty sure cameras existed when you were born. Maybe not like these cameras, but I'm pretty sure cameras existed. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Angar knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. Angar would have known that the victim had forged the note. Ah! So then, the defendant knew this suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Angar's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Angar monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Angar didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Ugh. Order! 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 Mr. Edgeworth! It looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured. Huh? As you figured? As I figured, it came down to this after all. Eh? Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought it might happen. Then the question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can prove Mr. Angar's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Testimony? Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Who? Oh? Well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Wait. It was stuttering? This is not like him at all. Wait. Is the witness you're thinking about... Nah. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley the killer to commit murder? Oh my god. Oh my god, he's actually... That's impossible! Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. There is one person. Is he actually... Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness? It's... Yes, go on, who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelley the killer. Wait, are you bringing him here to the courtroom? Ah? Oh, Mr. the killer. Wait! Shelley the killer? Edgeworth, what on earth are you trying to do? Oh, you mean the killer? I mean, the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here to the witness stand? Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. In a manner of speaking? Oh, I see. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes? Is this alright with you? Sure. Don't know exactly how that will affect my case, but sure. Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is alright to do this. Very well then. The prosecution calls its witness to the stand. It's gonna be the transceiver, right? Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? I don't think so. Now then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please. Oh, very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin. I say, what is going on here? Yeah, he can't risk anyone else seeing his face. Ah, oh God, what cookie trial are we living here? Your Honor, how can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelley the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. Huh? I'm so hungry. Maya! Oh my God! Maya! A voice? Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? Oh my God, that's actually Maya. Oh my God! The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer. It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Mr. Judge, don't you recognize that voice? Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida. Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida. Ooh. Come on, Mr. Judge. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it, a bad dream. Shelley the Killer. What is he going to say? Oh, okay. About my client. Well, yeah, the parrot wasn't the weirdest witness we'll have. Oh no, and it's going to get even worse. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. Well, here... not exactly, but... It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Okay... Oh, Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. While he may appear to be your enemy, Your Honor, Mr. the Killer is on this stand stating the truth. He is not a hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his clients and himself, right? a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Okay. Okay. I think I know where to press. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than trust between his client. I think here? Hold it. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner. This is the first time one of my clients have ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did... Yes? That person wouldn't be my client for very long. Ugh. They would certainly... That's enough! Please, no more! Very well. It was only hypothetical anyway. Yeah, makes sense. You don't want any leaks. And that is the reason that I am here today in this witness stand. Hold it? That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. You... Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? Your Honor, I wouldn't speak to him like that if I were you. To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die? Oh, no, I didn't say anything. The judge had better watch himself. Yep. Yeah. It's my wish that you guys compare for I gave my client. Maybe I should press this thing again? I don't know. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. I saw this. These are the rules. Oh, I think this is new. These are the roles and duties an assassin and his client are to carry out. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can't betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think, really. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. Okay, now then, I do believe it's about time I reveal the name of my client. Don't you agree? Hold it? What is it? No, I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness? What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is... Oh, I am so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so terrified. What if it's... Oh, he's gonna say Madame Guard, isn't it? Oh, we're so screwed. Eh? Adrian Andrews. What? What? But... Eh? What? Witness. That's not who you told me it was earlier. Oh? Huh? Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. the Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court. Mr. the Killer told him a different name. Madame Guard, perhaps. I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. You, surely the killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Madame Guard. Am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah, kinda. Yeah. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided the suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. the Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Madame Guard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion, but we know he was the one who hired the killer. It couldn't have been Adrian. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. I don't think it was her. What now? With the way this is going, Angar will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And Angar, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? No. Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Surely the killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Miss Andrews, the suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. I believe that. I actually believe that. It's just... the killer said it was you. I know it wasn't you, but... And Juan's dead. It was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now. You have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. I have an idea, but I'm not sure. He has named you as his client. No, that's not true. Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and button done in the nickel samurai costume. But that's... You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impax was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead. No, Mr. Wright. Oh no, don't do this to me, Gabe. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. I know it's not her. I know. What was I supposed to do? Please, help me. Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words and opinions. We need to make it continue. Okay, I know we are risking getting Mr. the Killer angry. And we need to save Maya. But I don't want Adrian to be declared guilty. She didn't do it. There has to be a reason. There has to be a reason why the killer said it was Adrian and not Angard. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gamshu's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Request the verdict, request the trial continue. No! Request the trial continue. Phoenix. I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty. No, I don't want... Listen, she was a bit cold to us, sure, but I can't let her get declared guilty. Ugh. You are a lawyer. I know. But Madame Guard is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am not better than Engard. Exactly. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it is because of Edgeworth that I know now the real truth. He could have gotten Angard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Of course you do! Yes, you do. Of course. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. No. My job is to find the truth. And convicting Adrian is not like this. Adrian didn't do it. That's not. My head. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a a miracle will occur. Very well, the trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. the Killer. Right away, Your Honor. Alright. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk to you. Talk with you a little more. About. All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. Things are usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done? But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. the Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? About my client, Part 2. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planning of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is a most unexpected turn of events for the, 5th time now? However, this time, everything has finally been revealed. Objection! Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Yes? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here. Oh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case, but not to Adrian. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that oh so beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. That makes two of us. Yep. I think I know what to present. Hold on. Let me check. I think I know exactly what to present, but I need to check. I think it's... Okay, I think this one. I have to present this. I think. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. the Killer. What is the meaning of that attitude? Oh my goodness. Oh, my throat. I was... I didn't warm up before recording. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered. But how? How do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass? Mr. the Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? Nope. That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask more about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Oh, Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. There, that's your objection. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. That's it? Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning what the request was taken. Very well. Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Request taken. Okay. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. But if you met with the person, you should know that it couldn't have been Adrian, right? So you physically met with your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's clients is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Okay. I think I need to press where he said that they met, because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Here. Hold it. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was with the brief pause? Press further. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? Because they could be tracked? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. Or that. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Not really. No, I don't think so. It was not important. Why he meets his clients is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright. I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. Him! It might be a typo, but him. Does this person look like a him to you, Mr. the Killer? That's when I thought I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Yes. Yes, it was. It was very important. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Huh? Really? If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now into your testimony. Very well. From the moment I saw him, I thought I can trust this person as a client. Him, you say. Him. Are you sure?
Objection!
I would like to go over this one more time. At first I thought it was a typo. This game has some interesting typos here and there, but I guess it's not a typo. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time. Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelley the Killer? You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip up. About her! So what is the issue? Uh-huh. What did you say just now? Did you just say just now? About her. If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. Oh, it exploded. Order in the court. Mr. White, what is the meaning of this? Oh, that freaking slimebag Angard used Adrian's name to make the contract with the killer, and that's why the killer thought that his client was Adrian, but it wasn't actually Angard. I hate that guy. This witness testified to the following: that he always meets face to face with his clients when taking the request. But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Is it sweating oil? Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? It wasn't actually the killer's mistake. It wasn't actually a mistake per se. It was Angard, who we know doesn't trust people, used Adrian's name. I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one has stated Adrian Andres' gender. And so, he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? Oh, we're getting her out of the hook too. Okay, good. Shelley the Killer. This court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. Yeah, right. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you will allow me to testify once more. I know he's just going to spit out more lies. Very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. Alright. Request taken, part 2. Yes, now I remember. I took the request by mail. You said before that you don't do that. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. You are contradicting yourself. You said that you value trust and that's why you always meet up with your clients face to face. The request was from the murder of one corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. Are you kidding me? So you took this job through a letter. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Which means he's definitely lying. Yeah. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know. I can make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. Oh, that's so... my Narumitsu shipper heart. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. Okay, maybe I should press when he says like 2 or 3 other things. What were those 2 other things? Should I press here? Like, it's obvious that he's contradicting himself, but maybe like Mia said, I shouldn't press too hard. I think here. Hold it. 2 or 3 other things. Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'll be really bad if I push his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. But we need the information though. Keep pressing. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Uh-oh. Yes? Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. The truth? The truth? I'm totally not stalling for time because I want to make sure Maya is okay. Nah. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? He betrayed me first. That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... Wait! Uh-oh, this is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Yes? Keep pressing. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear? Huh. The bear figurine. After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Corrida's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. This matches Powers' testimony. You gave it to your client? Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony. As you wish. One of these was to find the bear figurine and to give it to Adrian Andrews. I mean, if he gave it to Adrian Andrews, why was this thing at Angar's mansion?
Objection!
Right? If he gave it to Adrian, she could have had it, right? I guess. Shelley the killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. That's also true. This item. He can't see Phoenix, you have to describe it. I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, just sit back and listen. Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it, for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. And yet, she had to open it here, at the courtroom. Order, order, order. So that's where you two were going. So, by the very fact that this suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh! Order, order, order! Mr. Phoenix Wright. Uh-oh. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I am not... Okay, no. I am betraying him, but he betrayed me first. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, wait! No, that's not... That's enough. If that's your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. Wait, please! Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to.
Hold it!
Hold it, please. No, please! Not that! Please wait! Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... this sprite is so painful. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Please, Edgeworth, help me here. Well, we should. Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... The prosecution. What has come over everyone? Even you are. The prosecution rests. What is going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? What? Oh, God. Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. God. Gumshoe, now, or Francisca, whoever, now it will be an amazing time to arrive. If that's the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. the Killer's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley the Killer's client is... No! Adrian Andrews! No! Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? If I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Madangar, will be declared innocent. He doesn't deserve to be innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews will be charged with murder. But Miss Andrews will be charged with murder. No! Edgeworth! Do something! The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant Matangar to the stand. The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Bitch, are you actually just showing this side of you in front of everyone? So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. But Mr. Angard? What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crab is just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get over it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? You'd better get Angard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. Have some faith on Gumshoe. Come on. And Francisca. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Madangard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right. I I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Madame Guard, is... He's guilty. I don't care. The bastard deserves to go to jail. He is guilty. We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Madame Guard, your client deserves an answer. He's guilty. Maya, I'm sorry. Madame Guard is... Oh! Yay! Oh, God. Oh, my heart. Francisca von Karma! Thank God! What are you doing here? Ow! Oh my God. Oh, my head. And my heart, and my feelings, and my everything. You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces. Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Mightsafer. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. Okay, that's a relief. Oh, that's his coat! All of the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. That's Gumshoe's coat. That's Gumshoe's. I can spot his rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to rub the items in. Oh God, I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what's inside that raggedy coat. Please let it be something good. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? This trial is already over, and that remains all that remains for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Come on, Your Honor, please.
Objection!
Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence, down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Please tell me there's something in there. No, Miss Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during the escape from the police. He must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around, like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer pistol have anything to do with this case? The victim didn't die by gunshot, but... Well, let's ask for more details. Why not? Does that pistol have any relation to this case? We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me. Oh, that's... Ugh. That's gun he used to shoot you. Ugh. That's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. And we can check if it matches. Although I don't think it has anything to do with the case, like to prove Angard guilty. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test. So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Francisca. It's probably not going to help us very much. Any proof is accepted for me. We can use it. I don't know how, but we can use it. A small caliber pistol that is thought to have been fired by the killer at Francisca. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. Oh, wait. Could this be... We know Angard was recording the whole thing, right? So maybe the crime is taped in that? Oh, wait, this could be important. I bet the killer took that from Angard's mansion. More details. Have you checked the contents of the tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Yeah, makes sense. Oh yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. Oh. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. So this is important. This is very important. Okay, good to know. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. One of the items retrieved. The killer violently tried to recover it. Contents unknown. Maybe it's the crime. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. The uniform he was using. I guess. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? More details. Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. Ah, okay. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There is a button missing on this uniform. A button? It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Worn by the killer. Worn by the killer on the night of the murder. One of his special buttons is missing. I'm not sure how this is going to help us prove. I think our best bet is the videotape. That is all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelley the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now.
Hold it!
Wait, Your Honor. Please, allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. Please. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But, no matter how you think about it, it's... Try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are two ways out of this situation for us. Two? The first? Madame Guard wished from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Vanguard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but... That's asking me to do the impossible! The second way... Force the killer to end his contract with Vanguard. If the killer were to no longer think of Vanguard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible. He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. But that doesn't mean no one needs the evidence. So what if we show the killer some evidence? If that's the case, then who does need it? Oh, Mia, you're so smart. The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all. Yep. And that person does not know the truth. The truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? I have an objection! Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids?
Objection!
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I am not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Oh, Edgeworth figured it out. Then you want to show this evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Actually, because I know there's a game over thing here. So, I mean, I know exactly who I have to show the evidence, but yeah, there is infamous game over screen here. I don't want to get the game over, of course, but there's a very infamous game over screen with a very infamous typo. I'm not getting it, of course, but I'm kinda just to make sure, you know. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. One chance? Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person.
Objection!
But it's impossible to turn the situation around in one try. One try, that is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking Angard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? I want to show evidence to Shelly the Killer. I see. And now, tell Discord what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. The videotape. Because if this has what I think it has, we might have a chance. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring the transceiver bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright, it looks like I managed to convince him. Okay. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client not to watch it. So I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? We don't have proof that is actually that, but we need to make him think that it's true. Who was it that planted a camera? Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Nope. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? Matt said, Angard said, why? When we broke his locks, he said that he wanted to have that for blackmail. I would like to know why. Why did Matt Angard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There is only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to see Juan get his, wanted blackmail on you, didn't trust your skill. Wanted blackmail on you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins are above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? Okay, okay. It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? Actually, I know I just saved, but I think I just survived the game over screen, so yay! Yes? You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity. I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. Yep. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it! This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you, your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Ah, Maya. Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness! Ah, my heart. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I am sort of... I don't quite know what just happened here with the client and the witness and... Ah! Miss Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Mr. Angard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you will understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me! Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is that alright with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Oh, please, Your Honor. Oh, please, won't you give us a not guilty? After all, he is my client, isn't he? Karma. It's so beautiful. So, here's your not guilty, asshole. Congratulations, Mr. Madangard. Please make sure to savor every moment of what little time you have left. Your Honor, as always, the defense pleads not guilty. Very well. These courts find the defendant mad on guard. Hold it! Please, wait! What's the matter? If I get a not guilty, I'll be killed. So yeah, that's the point. I'm guilty. This makes me happy. This makes me so happy. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth, how is Madame Guard? I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. Oh, he's gonna get so beat up. Oh, I would love to see that. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of wheat leather right about now. As he deserves. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called for the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. Yeah, that was uncalled for. That whole if you choose death, I wouldn't mind. It was so bad. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. That was so messed up. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Aww. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I am really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Aww. Thank you so much, everyone. Aww. That's so cute. I'm gonna cry. It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh god. Maya was released. Adrian wasn't declared a murderer. It's good. I'm happy. March 23rd, 5:14 p.m. That trial took so long. District Court Defender Lobby number 3. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? I was a bit spiteful, but I wanted to see the guy be scared. This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. So? You got them a guilty verdict this time. So? I got to the truth. That's the important part, right? But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decisions you had to make. Yeah. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. Yeah, I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? My client, Madame Guard, is... And then she arrived and saved us. Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer? Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Right. Edgeworth! I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Thank God. Really? Oh, and Mia is gone. Really? Pearls? You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. Oh my God. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car. Mystic Maya safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick! Ow! She pushes deceptively hard for a kid. How old is she? 8. Either Pearl is awfully strong for her age, or Phoenix is so wimpy. I believe in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Thanks. Oh. What's wrong? Miss Von Karma. Oh. Hi, Siska. About earlier, thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling? Mr. Phoenix, right? You lost! And? Your perfect win record has now been crushed. Again. And yet, you are still happy? Yeah? I got to the truth. Maya is safe. Everything is okay. Come on, Francisca. I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself, until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts. Hold on, I gotta... No, it's fine. It looks like it's going to rain, but I think I can get to the end of the game. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then... yeah. It was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. Oh, as well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense! Hold on, I'll pause recording for a moment, and I need to, because it looks like it's going to rain, so give me a second, everyone. Okay. Yeah, because it looks like it's going to rain, and usually when that happens, the lights go out and I lose part of the video, so just in case, you know. But what foolish nonsense! We prosecutors use anything we can do to attack the defendant. but every time we did so,
Objection!
no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. Ah, that's so romantic. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have, erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you. The truth! Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding, isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night. Ah! Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me. All those years ago. Oh, baby Edgy! And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool! Miss Von Karma! I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. You lost too! You are a disgraced loser as well. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. Oh, I guess he's just Miles Edge, I guess. Oh, the real joke. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. He wasn't a Von Karma to begin with. And neither am I. Okay. It's over. It's all over. Francisca threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? Speaking of, is Gumshoe okay? I'll return this to the prison later. Oh, there's something else. Her whip! Oh. Ah! Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. Aw, come on. You should keep this, right? I guess I'm learning how to use a whip. Okay. Please, 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 please. Nick! Maya! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Oh, I wanna cry. Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got Angar convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But with your press of luck this trial, you're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever, whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Don't make jokes about you dying. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it.
Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth!
I'm relieved you're alright.
Hey, it looks like you made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't push him. He's trying.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago.
Oh, she's been a few days without eating. Yeah, she's probably starving. Alright! I think it's time we got out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick! Food! Crap! Chow! I'm starved! She's been, what, 3 days without eating anything. I'm so hungry even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
If you insist.
Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
These guys messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. Oh no, are you asking me to buy you a gourmet, like, buffet? Oh god. Do we even have the money for that? So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick! Food! Glad she's still the same. Oh, wait, we can ask Mr. Powers to do that, right? He's a famous actor. He can arrange something like that. March 23rd, 7:38 p.m. Gateway Hotel lobby. Oh, he's okay. His spiky hair just pops out of the bandages.
Hey Paul, sorry to keep you guys waiting.
You're okay.
Kamshu, are you alright?
Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed.
I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things.
Oh god. A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him. You did it again, silly boy! Oh, I thought you were gone. I felt my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of Steel Samurai. I gotta stop recording for a moment now. It's raining. It started to rain, so you know, just in case. I'll be right back. Okay, I have returned. Alright, so let's continue, shall we? Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of the Steel Samurai. Thanks. Don't know if I should be happy for that, but thanks. Now look here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor! Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it! Tonight even! Laura, please.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, come on now! Everyone gather round! Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Did you get your camera back? How? It was evidence. Looks like Laura bought herself a new camera. Always new. How did you get the money for that?
Well, Paul, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's about eating, so let's go chow down, pal.
Amen to that, Paul. Amen. Amen, sorry. Those two and their food. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective. Yes, credit to Gumshoe and Francisca. If it hadn't been for those two, we probably would have been, like, royally screwed.
Huh, me? You really think so?
Yes. Actually, Edgeworth has the power to do so, right? Edgeworth, what if you raise Gumshoe's salary? Like a considerable amount. You know, he deserves it.
He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending.
Oh, well, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
4? What was the last one? What? 4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket.
There was a 4th item? Ah, come on, y'all. It's over. But oh boy, I tell ya, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped. Never a dull moment with you, huh?
Yeah, and it's not going to stop.
You think? Why does she look so happy about that? Yeah, you shouldn't be happy about getting accused of murder or getting kidnapped.
But being sent shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared?
Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it raw. So where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mr. Maya's picture.
I don't know where it went.
Aw, that's too bad.
Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Yeah. Oh! What's that? That's the tracker. What is it, Edgeworth?
This thing is picking something up.
Oh, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir.
Ah, come on. You like her. Deep down you like her. Like, you think you're fond of her.
I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me.
That's all. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location.
Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir.
Oh! I'm not going to say anything just yet.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Ah, come on, it's a party. Enjoy yourself a little bit. Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet. You've eaten way too much, you glutton. Ah, leave her alone. She was stuck in that horrible place 2 days without eating. Let her eat.
I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait!
What?
I just want to say thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there.
If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right?
I feel like words alone aren't enough here. Oh, my Narumitsu shipper heart is... I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. A kiss! I mean a hug! I mean... both. I know exactly what I should give him. Yep.
What's this?
Thank you. It's all thanks to you too. You and her.
You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya.
Yes, Pearly?
I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right?
Didn't you just see...
You and Mr. Nick, I mean. But Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway... So, who's paying for this lovely dinner party? I thought you were.
As if you need to ask.
Oh no.
Everyone say thank you to Nick.
Oh no! Huh?
Oh yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill.
Huh? Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. Don't tell me you... There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? Don't you dare! And I just bought myself this cool old beauty here. Oh god! It better be anyhow for... Ouch! $3,000! Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Why?
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick?
Oh god.
Yeah, Nick.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? Oh, you don't need to hold back now, you hear?
Yeah, pal, time to let it all out.
This is going to be the first time I hear the real you.
Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. How dare you? Like, all of you. Alright then, if you say so.
Objection!
Yay! Ah, Shu Takumi, the absolute genius. I love these games. These games make me so happy.
You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro.
Please stop getting in trouble. Seriously. My anxiety just shuts up every time she does that.
I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think the hotel is a popular place for honeymooners, so I sort of made reservations for the 2 of you, just in case.
Pearl! Why? Oh no. Oh, and that's on my tab too, right?
Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Yeah! Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard him say things like, letting that one go is bad for all society. I knew it, crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal.
Maybe not that way, but glad he's back.
Oh, Maggie. I, Maggie Bird, am retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you stop by sometime, Mr. Wright.
Oh, Maggie. Maggie's also really nice. I really like her.
Yes, are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Hurry. Recently, yes. That girl, you know, I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember, if I even laid so much an eye of her, I would go crack! It didn't matter if I got whipped though. Yes.
I hate that guy. Not as much as Angar though. Screw that guy. Hey! It's time to begin our quest of World Circus domination, sweetie. And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe.
Hey Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk?
I think if there are any talkie bunnies, even they won't laugh at most jokes. Oh god, am I going to see Mo again? Please no, please no, please, 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 please.
I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm going to be more contemporary with my humor. Mo Curls represent. We put a new act and walk out. Prepare for the Hallelujah horror curse. Say something, will ya? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it.
Oh, Ben didn't say anything.
What's this? That is just an ordinary electric razor recharging on a stand. I can't believe this, really. How long do they plan on making me do this? Ah, but he said Shipu's idea, so that means it might have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? I was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty. And never the minute that this is going to be the pain of my heart. This is going to overpay with fire as many dangerous because of what I did to start the ceremony.
I can't keep up with her. It's too hard. Ah, I thought I would see Adrian. Oh, here she is. I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone.
Aww.
Ah, she's doing progress. I wanna see Francisca.
It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity.
So you are taking requests by internet now, I guess. Oh, okay. Before I move on to this scene, so I know the Edgeworth games are gonna come out as of the recording of this episode in 3 days. I originally had the plan to play all 3 games of the original trilogy and then the Edgeworth games, but since the game comes out in 3 days, I won't have enough time to play through all of Trials and Tribulations before the Edgeworth games. So I'll play both Edgeworth games and then Trials and Tribulations. Just because I'm like super duper excited for the Edgeworth games. I can't hold my excitement. So PSA over. Let's continue. March 23rd, 9:42 p.m. International departures, gate 12.
Where are you going, Francisca?
How did you know I was here?
With this.
That's...
I heard you were planning things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his code, for example.
So you are taking the code.
Huh, that's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy trap coat of his. I don't know how he ended up in my luggage.
Yeah, sure, of course.
But it's going in the trash, I promise you that.
Uh-huh, right.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting.
When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
So you probably have the other one, the last one.
4 things.
It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over.
What are you going to do now?
That's none of your business.
Are you running away?
Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Francisca.
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill.
I mean, the whole perfection thing is like really bad and all. But she should be proud. She became a prosecutor at 13 years old. Come on, that's already pretty impressive. Sure, Manfred von Karma was an asshole and he deserves to be running in jail and then executed. But I feel bad for Francisca.
I'm expected to win no matter what, and failure, such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that. But me, I'm not genius. I've always known that.
You became a prosecutor at age 13. You are a genius.
But I had to be one. I had to.
You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away.
Oh yeah, about that.
Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you.
That's a lie.
And then, finally, my chance to take revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge.
I see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can, just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews?
You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right?
Huh.
Today, you chased after me, after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Francisca von Karma.
I am Francisca von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now, so you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth.
Aw, Siska.
Aww. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again.
Aww. And that's Maya's drawing. Aww. This game. How can you do this to me, game? That's so nice. I mean, poor Francisca, she might act all tough, but she's 18, okay? She's a teenager. She's the same age as Maya. So, you know, Oh, my heart. See, this is why Francisca is my favorite character in this game. I just her character development is like chef kiss. All right. I need to rest. So, I hope you liked it. If you did, maybe consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you on the next series, Miles Search for Ace Attorney Investigations, I'm pretty sure it's called. So, bye bye!